India has 22 official languages. We are literally built for multilingualism. So why is a policy to celebrate is causing this much chaos? Hi guys, I am Rachit Agrawal, co-founder of AdmitCard and The Big League. And today in this video, we are going to talk about CBSE's three-language policy. Not to dunk on it, but to ask a harder question. Why is a genuinely good idea being executed so badly? Quick clarity first. Half of the panic is just because of misinformation. So CBSE, aligned with NEP 2020, has reorganized languages into three levels: R1, R2, R3, and at least two languages must be Indian languages. And the third language is now compulsory from class 6. English isn't removed. So if you're already studying two Indian languages, then your third language needs to be English, as English is not considered as Indian language. So what's the timeline for this? The full three-language board exam doesn't happen until 2031. Current class 9th students face revised exams in 2028. This is not tomorrow's problem, but the today problem is very real. Here is what actually happened on ground. CBSE issued a circular on April 9. Schools were given 7 days to comply and were told to begin teaching immediately, even without official textbooks. 7 days. One parent from Delhi said it plainly. The circular should have come at least one session prior. Not only schools but students and parents also need time to prepare. And then there is this parent I came across in a report said, I know the French teacher really well. What does this mean for her when she has been suddenly told that she is no longer required? That French teacher has been in this school for last 8 years. Most schools are unable to source regional language teachers overnight, are defaulting to Sanskrit as the second Indian language. Not because it's the best choice, but because it's the only teacher available. That's not multilingualism. That's a workaround, a jugaad. Here is what's frustrating about this. The science is completely on the policy side. Various research, including Indian studies, confirm that multilingualism strengthens executive control, cognitive flexibility, and resilience to cognitive pressure. NEP itself cites the evidence that children pick up the language fastest between age 2 to 8, and in fact starting from class 6 is slightly conservative. And then there is a proof that rollout can be done right also. One school principal ran a parent survey, mapped languages from 4 different regions and offered Punjabi, Tamil, Marathi and Bengali because she was able to find teachers for those languages. That's the same policy, completely different outcome. So what does fixing execution actually looks like? 1, a full sessions notice, not a 7-day notice. 2, hire and train the language teachers before the circular lands. 3, give students and parents a genuine choice, not Sanskrit by default. 4th, publish the assessment rubric. Teachers can't teach what they can't grade. India doesn't need to be convinced to love its languages. We just need systems to make it possible. The vision of NEP 2020 is something I genuinely believe in, and so does this policy. But good intentions without good systems don't build good outcomes. Are you a teacher, parent or student living through this right now? Tell me in the comments what's actually happening in your school. Let's reach out to the people who can actually make a difference and mark this as a deal maker conversation. Subscribe if this kind of thinking matters to you. See you next one.